Hello guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. As you can see, we are in a new update. This is version 0.20, newest update. As you can see, it does look a lot better. They've done a lot of improvements to it. It supposedly uses 30% less memory, which is always nice. So we're going to start a new game here. Not a new game, we're going to resume an old one. I am recording in post today so that we can cover all of the details of this. I've already recorded all of it, so I'm just talking over it now. As you saw there, I actually started on my other save file that I've been using. So here we are. As you can see, there's a new flag there, which is pretty neat. We'll get to that in a second. I'm going to go to the hangar first, and as you can see, we have some new pods that we can use. We have the... oh, what is it called? The cupola that we can use. It's actually very similar to the one used on the International Space Station, for those of you who know about that. It looks very similar to it, only you can't fly the space station from it. We can fly ships from this. Pretty neat. There, I gave you a view of it. We also have some new probes, and as you saw there, a seat. Here's one of the new probes we have. And as you've probably already noticed, we can delete the main pod right now. As before, when you choose something and you decide to build on it, you were stuck with that. That was it. But now, you can go in and you can just delete things. So this is a lander. They decided we needed a lander that was smaller than 2 people. Which you'll see I use this in a little bit. But before any of that, there's a little bit of a gap there. Here we have me building. It's split up to 2 times. It's just to show off a few of the features we have. There's the cupola there, and I'm using that size engine because I want to put on the new extra large docking port that they've now installed. So as you can see, I had to put some extra large wheels on it. Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, actually have a lot of power. It's kind of ridiculous. So here we go, super speed, adding ladders on just in case the Kerbals want to get down. I never actually used it, so it was kind of a wasted, just wasted time, but whatever. We did it, so here we go. We're just going to put the last ladder on. That one's too small, so we use a bigger one. And there we go. Now I want to, well, first need some power. So those wheels use a lot of power, guys. They're big. They need some energy. So we're gonna use these little nuclear reactors that aren't really reactors. It's kind of complicated to explain what they are, but we use the same thing on the Curiosity rover that we have up on Mars right now. Uses radioactive decay of, I think it's like plutonium or something. Some material that's larger than uranium. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna throw some... actually, I guess we're not throwing battery packs on, but here we go. We'll get to it. The extra large docking port. Look at the size of that thing, guys. It takes up the whole extra large engine there. So we'll start the flight, and here we go. As you can see, I've already taken the liberty of putting another one out there that we can dock it with. So we're going to pull that thing over. As you saw there, it's got quite a bit of pull to it, so when you hit go, it goes. I almost flipped it right there. So here we go, we're going to pull up to it. We'll try to do this a little slowly, but again, just a little tap on that control and the thing freaks out, which we'll see plenty of. Here we go. I try to flip it around. I mess up the controls and do that thing. So we'll see if this works, guys. I already know what happens, but you don't, so we'll see. There we go. Freaking out again. We're gonna back up a little bit. Now, I did have a record of what the inside of the cupola looks like, but that recording kind of destroyed itself, so we're not going to use that. And here we go, about to dock, and it doesn't work. So I go make sure it's selected just in case. I try different methods of actually docking with it. So we go and we pull up again. We're now controlling from that docking port, and still doesn't work. So we get a little frustrated and run right into it. Anyway, here we go. Something that's a little more fun for you guys. So we're gonna get Mr. I don't know what's his face. We're gonna go inside the cockpit of this new lander can. As you can see, there's a nice sticky note there. They're actually in all of the new pods. I haven't checked any of the other ones, but the new pods, they're in all of them. I highly suggest you check those out because they're pretty funny. So if you get the chance, check that out. Here we go. This is about the point where I realized that we're actually looking down in this view. We're looking down between those landing gear I put there. And there, I hit a wrong button a few times. It's trying to find the brake without looking at the keyboard. It didn't work too well, but there, I get it. And then hitting random keys. I was kind of just looking for other features. I couldn't find any, so put the landing gear up, put it down, and there we roll over. It's fantastic, guys. So let's start a new one. Here we go. I made a rover. Took the liberty of bringing 2 Kerbals out already. And here we're showing off 2 things. The exterior seats and the new rover wheels, which by the way are basically indestructible. As you can see, they've also got a little bit of power, so just little adjustments on the controls almost flips that rover. It also had a tendency of pulling to the left. I'm not sure if that was my fault or theirs, but that was a thing that I experienced. I'll get back to you guys on that, but there you can see it's a little, turning's a little difficult. But both our guys are controlling it from the wheels, and there we go. As I said, it's a little finicky on the controls. So back to this thing. That was actually right after I built it, apparently. I may have put this in the wrong part of this presentation, guys. Not presentation, video. Here we go. I heard that these new lander cans are a little stronger, so I decided to test that. And yeah, that's pretty strong. To be the only part beside a piece of landing gear that actually survives that. So I didn't actually check how fast we were going, but that was fast enough that it destroyed everything else. So the fact that that's still there and it was one of the first things to actually hit, that says something. And here we check just to make sure, and the Kerbal inside is still perfectly fine. So yeah, if you have a tendency of crashing into the moon, use one of those. Now here, we're gonna do what everybody should do given the chance. And we're just gonna have a guy ride a rocket engine. Well, a jet engine. I was thinking about a rocket engine, but the logistics of actually getting him on the seat were a little difficult. So here we go, and something very unexpected is about to happen in just a few seconds. See that right now. I still have control. The thing about thrust vectoring engines is you can turn them. So he actually flies this thing from the outside with no wings. It's literally just a jet engine and a lander. There we go, we put the wheels up. And We're gonna see just how high we can get this thing. This isn't actually part of the update, but once I got started, it was just fun, so I figured I'd bring you guys along. So I'm flying nothing but an engine right now. It's almost as fun as the glitch where you can fly with no engine. Which I guess would be the exact opposite of that, wouldn't it? We had one glitch where we'd fly with no engine, and one glitch where we fly with nothing but an engine. Here we go, we're coming up to an altitude. I think we pulled up to about 18,000 meters. I was about to say feet, but this is Kerbal Space Program, not NASA. Though I think NASA uses meters too. And are we still going up? It looks like we're still going up. Yeah, we're still going up. We're about to hit that periapsis. Here we go. We're getting there. Getting there. We're over 18,000. About 18.4. So here we go. We're back down to a height. And as you do with your Kerbals when they're falling to the ground on nothing but a jet engine, that's it. Let's give it a second. First, we're out of control again. I'm trying to gain control, but again, it's nothing but a jet engine. We're literally flying with nothing. Just at thrust vector, and so the little tiny adjustments we can do with that in that engine, that's all we're flying with right now. Feel like I made this clip a little too long, but live and learn. Although I probably won't do a whole lot of post commentary, so don't expect a whole lot of this from me. And this is what you do when you have no idea what you're doing. There we go, and we're gonna watch that jet engine fall over there. It's still going. And there we go. Now back here. Now, like I mentioned before, we have flags. You can choose what yours looks like. I chose this design. I did actually think about it for quite a bit. I just kind of hid that from all you guys. And here we go. You can plant flags when you have the jetpack out, which you get by hitting R. Just right-click your guy, and you can pull that flag out. And it gives you the chance to name that location, which I had a few issues with because instead of hitting backspace, I hit F12. Took 2 screenshots. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Then we finally got it named. And we'll see just what this description does in a second. Just gotta put it in. If I can figure out what I want to type first. There we go. We got the flag. We're gonna walk away a little bit. We will select the flag, and as long as you're on EVA, you can read whatever you put on that flag. You can also pick up the flags when you're done, and that is the new update. Sorry if I missed anything. I may have. Of course, there's a lot of bug fixes that I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail explaining to you guys, but that's the update. So, thanks for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more. We'll be back to the normal schedule soon enough. Just thought I'd do this because it came out. So, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.